Hello and welcome back to another tutorial of this film profile series. So today I will show you another approach, and I create this one with the help of a 3x3 matrix. I really love this approach and I use it quite a lot for quick and easy negative emulation profiles. This is the Fuji chart again, you get this one for free, but there are also Kodak 50D and 500T stocks in the shop for you to buy. First thing you want to do is you choose one of the exposure ramps. So for example, you can use the -1 or the 0 EV exposure. So I really love the colors of the -1, so I'm going to use this one. And you also need one of your digital shots. For example, this is the Arri Amira shot 0 exposure. You will get this one in the shop too. I just dragged it with the help of the input sizing, but I did it on the edit page. So our charts line up, as you can see, so we can easily compare the individual color patches. First thing you want to do, I will do it for the -1 EV today. So right mouse click, grab a still, and right mouse click, grab a still. And you can use these two charts in HDR Shop or in Nuke to calculate the 3x3 matrix automatically. After you did this, you can use Lattice, for example, to get your matrix into Resolve with more precision, or you can simply use the RGB mixer with the Preserve Luminance turned off. So I already prepared the matrix for today. So apply this one, and as you can see, I splitted the luminance and the chrominance channel with the help of a layer mixer, and the composite mode is add. In here, you have to turn down all the luminance channels, and in here you have to turn down the saturation all the way. If you want a more detailed explanation of this setup, I highly suggest that you check out my splitting luminance and chrominance tutorial. I will also show you there how you can use this method to mix some of your favorite LUTs. It's really great, and I will talk you through this process step by step and more slowly than here. But let's go on, so this tutorial doesn't take too long with our negative emulation. So in here, as you can see, is our chrominance channel, and in here are already the values of our 3x3 matrix. Again, untick preserve luminance, and as you can see, this is our red output, green output, blue output, and the values that are calculated automatically. We are restricted to 0.2 decimals. If you use Lattice, for example, you can add up to 6 decimals, because with HDR Shop and Nuke you also get 6 decimals if you prefer the extra precision. Now check our reference, use the split screen, and we can toggle this around. So for example, let's go to this patch in here. Let's zoom in a bit more for you. So as you can see, this gives us a way better starting point already. So maybe take the red, for example, so before and after. Of course, this isn't the 100% match because I just use it on the chrominance level and not the RGB level, but I prefer this method because afterwards, the help of option Y, I can use my red, green and blue channel with the splitter and combiner node to match the tonal range, and then fine-tune the luminance and the chrominance channel without affecting each other, so I can dial in the match more quickly and efficiently. Next off, as I already said, let's use the curves. I just do this real quick. You have all the patches from black, gray, mid-gray, all the way to white. So you can click the points like so and adjust the curve. Also, it really helps if you expand this view, but for now, just to be quick, I will just add the black one. And what's really helpful is to right mouse click and say show picker RGB value, and then don't forget in your view set it to 10-bit precision, and you see you get the red, green and blue values that get to 10B value. And mouse click and say show picker RGB value bit precision match to your negative. Alright, so again, hit the qualifier. We need a red of 325 and we're at 210, so let's turn this one up Still a bit more. Alright, close enough for now. Let's do the white patch. And 5, 4, 3. Way too high. So around here, and you have to do this with green and blue too. And of course, normally I would take all these patches and not just the black and white point, but I just want to show you the approach and not the real technically 100% correct emulation. So we have to put the green down. Same for the black channel. And again for blue. So as you can see, this is a pretty good match already, although I just used the white and black point, but we are much closer already, and also you can see the color. Now this really makes sense. As you can see, we're much closer with the help of the matrix on the color patches. If you're once used to it, you can really quickly and easily do your negative profiles. Some patches are really off, like the blue one for example, and this is a typical case where I want to go into the luminance channel and use my hue versus luminance curve. I select the patch and turn it all the way down, and I will go through all the patches that need some fixing. So I think the red one too, for example, this one, maybe this one. And after I'm done, I will expand this a bit, just to not get some heavy artifacting or problems. So technically speaking, these are broader stroke adjustments if I'm expanding the points and everything is smooth and nothing gets clamped or clipped or stuff like that. So you get less potential errors if you expand these handles. And so same for the chrominance, for example, we can dial in some more saturation into the yellow. And for example, I think the red patch is still too magenta, so in here we use the hue versus hue and rotate this one more towards the greenish tone. And again, same thing here. After you're done with all the patches, you can extend the handles, and of course also in the hue versus set. Basically that's it. So always compare and see if all your patches line up and if it's looking good. And another thing I like is to just add a node afterwards and apply a film emulation, for example 23D65, and see if your results are looking great. And I think for this quick profile, this looks really amazing. I like the colors and the contrast. And you can see if you did a great job. If you disable it, of course, it looks way better and has a more analog look and feel. And afterwards, I will go to some test shots and apply the grade and see what it's doing. And also I will try to manipulate the offset in front of the emulation and see how this changes the image. And same thing after the emulation, so I can see how this behaves and if everything looks good and nice and clean, or if I get any clamping or clipping. And of course you can also push it to really extreme values. And as you can see, this looks pretty good. So with the help of this method, you can do really quick and easy profiling of negative films. The results are pretty amazing and I really love it. Alright, so thanks for watching, and I hope this helps you to do your own profiles quick and easy and to get better starting points for your grades if you're looking for some film emulation. Thanks for watching and see you soon.